started, see if very many people come on. We're going to work with our Thunderhorse Descendants Found Objects Challenge kit today. And this is going to be a little different for project for me, so we're going to see how it goes. But we'll wait for a minute or two before we turn down and get started with it. See if very many more people come on. We only have a few so far. Hi, Anita. Well, it's been a minute, and we only have a couple people on, but we're still going to turn down and get started on our project here. It's like I say, it's a little different for me. We're going to do some knotting, which I don't normally do, but let's turn down and we'll see what we can do here. Come on, flip, baby. There we go. Oh, too big. A little too big. Come on, a little smaller. A little teeny bit smaller. Come on, baby, down. Well, that's bigger than I want it, but we'll leave it. So, yes, I am wearing the earrings I made yesterday. I decided to keep them. This is my FOC bag for this month. We've got 4 items in here. Well, technically it was 5, but I took the beads and put them all together. We also have some little pearls, some wire. Not sure what. I was thinking this was memory wire at first, but I pulled it out of the baggie and it's not. It's regular wire. And this is something I have never seen before. It is cording, but it's velour. But it's pretty strong. So this is what we're going to string our beads on. And I've got out some super glue, some Loctite, and a piece of bag to needle the ends of this for where we're going to start. I've also got a few head pins and a few spacers. I say a few because I really don't need very many of either of these, because what we're going to do is we're going to dump these. First of all, dump all these goodies out of the bag. And I am going to make a pendant using this metal piece, these 2 pieces here. Now, by the way, these are all acrylic, so this is going to be pretty lightweight. And one of these, well, all except for these crystals here. There's 4 crystals in here. Now, these are all going to be for the necklace itself. This is going to be my pendant. We're going to stack them on top of each other. It's going to come into this silver piece. Then we're going to hang this piece here with the beads here, the crystal beads, and, well, if I can find the end of our pearls. These packages are good, but they're hard to find the ends of. Oh, I thought it was right there from the looks of it, but that looks like it's inside. So where's the outside edge? There it is. Well, I think it is. Come on, baby, open up. It's got to be right here. There's a double spot right here. I may have to cut this bag open. I can't get it to open. That's just silly. It should have the ending right around here somewhere. There it is. Whew, finally. So what I'm going to do with the pearls, little strand of pearls here, is we're just going to take a few of them because let's face it, they are too small to go on the velour. So what I want to do is take and make some dangles with the pearls. And I'm going to make this middle one here a double crystal one. And we'll just have these. And so this doesn't use a lot of our pearls, but it does use some. I'm going to put these aside so I don't lose them. I've got a dish over here, so. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take and take the head pins and make these into little dangles. It's always your daughter's visiting, huh, Rosemary? So then I'm going to take this wire, and since it isn't memory wire, it's regular wire, we're going to, and I hope that this leaves enough room in the holes for the velour when I do this, we're going to take a length of this wire, we're going to wire these two together, and then we're going to come out of this one, make a loop to hang the silver plate on. Then we'll take another length of it, make a loop for this bead to hang from the loop there. So I'm going to just, since this is in my kit, I'm just going to, ooh, don't lose it, cut a goodly amount here. And I put a kink over here on this one side, so I'll have to be careful with that. But what I want to do, like I say, is put this sort of in the middle. Then we're going to bring it down on either side. And we're going to put this other bead in here. This might get a little tricky here. Well, for one thing, it's not straight. Let's see if we can. Now, my biggest thing is I hope that with these two wires in here, that, there we go, that it will still, the velour will still be able to go through it. If it can't, we'll just put the velour through the top one, because it should go through with just one wire, I would think. So now if you wanted to, you could put some pearls here. I didn't think of that at the time, or I would have done it, because that would be sort of cool to have the pearls there. This one needs to be a teeny bit tighter so that they're even here. Or this one needs to be looser, one or the other. So then we're going to bring this down like so. And we're going to bring them together. If we can find sort of the middle, we don't want this to be really wonky shaped, but where they come together, we'll just take them and come on, babies, let's get about even here, because I don't want you to be really crazy. Just twist them. Okay, now we've got our wire together. So we want to make, this one is a little out, so I'm going to squish it in some. So what I want to do now is I want to make a loop. And we need it to be pretty good sized. So I'm going to wrap it around here like so. And I'm going to try and leave a sort of gap here so we can put our plate on here. Though that's lower than I want it to be, so we're going to probably have to raise that up some. So I'm just going to pull it apart for right now, and we will do it again. I want it to be right there, the side where the wires stop twisting. So that's better, I think. Yeah, I think that's better. So we'll leave her there. Then we're going to feed our little silver plate onto here. Now at this point, it doesn't matter what's front and back, so I'm just going to see if I can wiggle this a bit because it still looks crooked up here on top. And then I'm going to take hold of it. And now we have a pretty good sized loop. And I'm just going to wrap it like I would a regular wire wrap with both the wires. Oh, come on, you. I'm going to have to straighten it after we're done here because this doesn't want to behave hardly. So this looks like a smaller gauge wire, so you'd think it would wrap a lot better than it wants to, but it doesn't. So we'll just do it. Come here, you. To the front. Well, actually, that's going to the back, I guess, because the front's up here. Okay, now we're going to definitely have to straighten this up because it's really messy here. Oh, it's wrapping over one's wrapping over the other. That's why I can't push it down. That bump was just really bothering me there. There we go. That's better. So and now I'll have to decide if I want to swirl those a little bit, maybe. Over to this side, everybody, except for you guys go right here. Okay, I think I'm going to see about making some little swirls right here. Or don't snap. I hate that one that does that. There now, just some little swirls up there. We'll take another piece of wire. And we're just gonna make a couple of wrapped loops on this, one for the bottom and one for the top. So this will hold on to here, and then we'll make our little dangles to hold on to the bottom. So I'm going to make these slightly bigger than I normally make a wrapped loop so that we can push those into place easily. We're going to go with this one through this. And since we have two wires here, we wanted to make sure we had plenty of space. So now we'll hold it. And I think this might be stainless steel wire. It's not cutting or bending as easily as it could, but that's all right. It just makes it a little stronger. Get out of the way. Now this slid down. I don't know if you can see it right here, how this wire's down a little lower. So I'm going to take my pliers and go on either side and just push. So that goes up a little higher. Now I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to straighten it up after I tuck it in, because it is crooked now. I've got a pretty good crooked on it actually. I think for sure this is stainless steel wire because it's being very, very uncooperative. Ouch. Now I think this beads hole might be big enough to go over the bottom of that, so it'll keep it from scratching. And it did, so that's fine. Now, because I'm going to hook the dangles onto this, I am going to make this loop be going the same direction as this one is, so that it comes this way. And again, we're going to go with this second size because I'm going to hang the dangles onto it. So up and around and over, and come over here, straighten it up, and then I'm going to hold it and wind it up. No, on second thought, I'm going to leave this one open right now. I'm going to put it aside, go over here, and I'm going to make my little dangles so that the little dangles can be on it when I wrap it. That way I don't have to try and wrap all three of them onto there. So we'll get out a couple of ball head pins. Three. And I want a couple of spacers in this. So I only want 4. And I'll show you why. I don't know that's a lot more than 4, but that's all right. So what I'm going to do for The middle one, we're going to have a crystal, a spacer. Come on, baby. Crystal, spacer, and I don't think I have enough pearls. Well, yes, I do. I want 2, 2, and 3. So this middle one is going to be quite a bit longer than the others. 1, 2, and if I want, I can add a third pearl to each of the others as well. And 3. So it's going to dangle in the middle here. And then we're going to have a crystal, a spacer, and 2 pearls down the side ones. Oop, dropped it. That one's determined to be on the floor. 1, 2. And then for the third, we're going to do the same with 1 crystal, 1 spacer, and 2 pearls. Now we'll have to get another pearl out since I threw one on the floor. So it's going to look like so in the middle of our dangle there. So let's get those wrapped up. These extra things out of my way. And then we will put them onto that loop and then wrap the loop up. And then our pendant piece will be finished. Oop, come on, baby. Hey, PK. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's stainless still. It's pretty tough and not the easiest thing to work with. So oop. There's the big one done. Oops, that looks a little teeny bit crooked. It's better. Get these 2 done. Oh, come on, grab the wire. These would make cute little Barbie doll earrings. Actually, I could have, if I hadn't used them in here, I could have made some Barbie doll jewelry with these. Made an earring and then used just some more pearls and made with that other one and made a necklace. But we've already got them into our necklace here. I still could use the pearls for some Barbie doll jewelry, though. Just find some other pieces to put with it. The only thing left from this is going to be the pearls and the wire once I'm done with it. So now we're going to take and put these on here. We're going to put a small one, a large one, the large one, and a small one. Of course, I always have the option, if I don't like them, I can cut them off. That's the beauty of the flush cutters. They can cut things right off if you don't like the way it's turning out. So now we'll wrap this wire up here. And we're going to do it good and tight because we want that upper wire pretty much to go into the bead because it didn't want to tuck, so it was being naughty. Go on. There we go. Now I want my other cutters because this is stainless steel. I'm fairly positive, and I don't want to use my lightweight flush cutters on them. Oh, come on, you. Okay, there we go. And there is our pendant piece finished. This looks a little like it needs to be straightened just a hair's breadth here. So there's the pendant. Go down there for this necklace. So now our next step has got to be, this wants to turn to the back some here. I don't want that. Now see, with the two wires, I'm not sure the velour cord is going to go through both of these. I'm hoping it'll go through the top one all right. But we'll see when we get to that point. We can set this aside for right now, as well as most of our tools here. Because what we're going to go to now is we're going to get the velour cord out, and we're going to start knotting. And that's why I left the piece of plastic in our super glue here, because we need, just let me get the scissors out. There is actually two pieces here. I pulled it all out and separated it out so I could see what I had. And I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to need. So I'm going to get it separated again. Like I say, it's all over the place. It's pretty long pieces here. There's one end. There's another end. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's an end. There's, oh, this must be the, do I have one folded here or something? I may have, who knows. It's an end. So what I'm going to do, once I get this all back to being separated and have two strands here, Boy, that is in a knot right there. And here I thought I had them nicely separated out and just twisted up in there. Oop. Let go my chair arm, silly stuff. Oh, I guess it's just twisted here. So anyway, we need to get the ends together. Let's see. Oh boy. There we go. There's those two ends right there. So I'm going to put a bead stopper on this end since I have these two separated, and now and see where I do know that one of these is longer than the other one. And because I'm not don't do a lot of knotting, I don't know how much we actually are going to need of this. So I'm going to cut this place where it's uneven right here off and put this piece back in the packaging, the extra piece. And what I want to do is, first of all, I'm going to get the ends here, and we're going to needle them because, well, this is really long. I'm sure I don't need this much, but better too much than not enough, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to needle two ends, and then I'm going to go up about, I don't know, about 6 inches and tie a knot on the other sides for the beads to slide down to. And because I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure how much I'm going to need for knotting. And I'm going to put all these beads onto here, and I want to make sure that I have enough at the end to finish this the way I want it. And if there's enough beads, may just be to tie the middle together and let it be. So let's put our pendant piece to the side here, and we'll get out some super glue and needle these two pieces here. Oh, we have all kinds of people have come on lately. Hey, Laverl. Would you prefer to be called Laverl or Carlin? Because I know that you go by both. And there's a... Hey, Ellen, or BJ Ellen, I'm not sure how you want to be called either. So we need to get some super glue out and put a bit here on the end. I think my tube's about out, so we're going to have to get some more after a bit. Hopefully that'll be enough for what I'm going to do here. So all we want to do is put our ends in our super glue, hold it over, and let them. Unfortunately, I think with this velour, it's gonna soak it up more. Oop, stuck my fingers together there. And we may not get as good a needle as we normally do, especially since I seem to be just about out of super glue here. Oh, more's coming out nicely right now. Now where's the other end? There it is. So put that on there now and fold it over and slide her through. All we really want for this to do is harden the ends so it's easier to go through the beads. So in effect, we're sort of trying to turn our ends into needles. That's why we call it needling. So let's let these dry for just a few moments and we'll start stringing. Hey, Ellen. Oh, it's just Lynn? Oh, Carolyn. Okay. So we can be Carolyn or we can be Laverle. I'm not caring either. So anyway, all these beads are acrylic, so this is going to be really lightweight. So what I'm going to do, let's see if we got these dry enough yet. This one is. This one stiffened up more down towards the middle, but yeah, it's dry enough. So we'll put the plastic away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take first this little one here. Come on. And hopefully I can get this to go through it all right. The other ones, I don't know if I tested these. I tested the other ones and they went through fine. But don't be difficult. I need you to go through. Darn, that was part of my pattern for these to go through, and it doesn't seem to want to, so I guess we'll stick these aside. We can't use these four, and unfortunately that's going to mess up what I wanted to do. But we'll just go on. So we'll put this one. Oh, this is going to be way too long, I'm sure. In fact, I know it is. But we're just going to slide this down to the end where I got that knot at. There it is. Then I'm just going to take the opposite and I'm going to tie a knot right here. And I'm going to do this sort of loosely. I don't care if it's, really tight, like you would with the normal knotting process, but because it doesn't want to do it. Because this is a velour thread, I think it's going to be a little different as far as knotting it is concerned. So where is this? I want this knot to go on the other side there. So come on, you, both sides through. I definitely have this too long though because of the these are definitely too long. I'm going to cut this about in half at least, so because this is way too long for, and I know it won't be this long. So we're going to just cut these in half, and I'm sure we'll still have plenty of length here. Oh, yeah, plenty. Okay. So I know you can't see me. Sorry. I'm going to cut these two pieces in half because we just have way too much cord here and it's just not going to work. So off it goes. And unfortunately, I think I may have cut my needles off. They're on the other side. Yep. But in a way, that's all right because I've only got one bead on here, so I can easily take this off because I don't think I have these knots tight enough for it to be a problem. Obviously, I got the long side. Now, isn't that interesting? It didn't come all the way undot. I'm just going to set this aside for right now. We'll get that bead out of there later. We'll come back in here and these are our needled side. I can feel how rough it is over there. Come back over here and I'm going to knot it again about 6 inches up. And it's a true pity those little guys, well, you know what? Though I have my bead reamer right here, they're not that much off. And this is acrylic, so I should be able to ream them a little bit and see if I can get just a little, oh, did you think when we started today that we'd just be solving problems? Because that's sort of what we're doing here. There we go. See if I can get this bead just a little bit wider so that we can put it on the thread. Because my design did call for all the beads that I have here. Darn it. Well, I have this plenty wide enough, I would think like a Ceylon or something would go through it, but this, even though I've got it started, it doesn't, it's just stiffening up my, it doesn't want to go, I don't think. Well, she started, let's see. Nope. And I don't think I can push it through. Well, maybe I can. Almost there. Come on, you. Just a little bit more. can see you there at the other end. So let's get through here. Well, even though we got a lot of it to go through, not a lot. It's not going all the way. So I'm just going to skip over them. And we'll go to using our bigger one like we originally were. So let's get her down to the end of the cord where the knot's at. Now we'll put this knot in, and hopefully it won't fight me so much since the cord is not nearly as long. Get out of there, little 6-inchers. Now I want this to go right here, so we'll just put my finger with it and work it down some. So now we'll take this other side here and put one more of these on here. And again, tie another knot. One, two, get rid of these 4 since they're not going to behave. This one, this one, this one. 1, 2, 2. Oh my, that left me an extra one, and I would have swore I figured it out so that there weren't any extras, but that's all right. Well, hopefully this one's going to go through. Oh, it went through really easily. And as you can see, I definitely don't even need this much cord, because what we're going to do is just keep knotting these between here. We'll go 2 more of these, then this one, these 2, and then we'll put the focal piece on. This is, well, it's velour, which is a type of fabric they used to make. I don't think they make it anymore. It's sort of like a crushed velvet kind of thing, but it's cheaper. So it's a cord that's really, it's a cord, but it's really fuzzy. So that's what's fighting me going into the beads. If it was just the cord, it would probably go into those smaller beads with no problem whatsoever. It's the fuzzy that's causing the problem. And why are you not pulling anymore? There we go. Okay, you guys, I've got you too loose. You need to come up there further. Looks like I should have used one of these guys for the pendant and this guy for in here, because I now have an uneven amount of those. Which is strange, because, oh, I know why there's an uneven amount. There's one still knotted to the other cord. We're going to have to cut that one loose. And since there is another one, and so we'll have 3, we're going to put 3 of these in the middle between this big one here, so that we... Oh, why are you not going in? This is strange. Try the other cord. Do you have something inside you? Where's my other needled side? Oh, here it is. We'll set you aside for right now. Cord, you're not supposed to be twisting up like this. Now this is much easier when you're using leather cord because it doesn't fight you. But oops, that's a little too tight, that one. To pull it loose a little bit. There we go. That's the one we set aside, wasn't it? Now we're going to put this big purple triangular one on here. Hopefully. It's not going to fight going through, I hope. Strange, I would have swore that I tested these before I started this. but it doesn't seem to want to go through either. Well, heck. I'm going to have to ream these beads out. That's all there is to it. Or the necklace will definitely not be long enough. That's your all rose, not your bead reamer. I'm not really concerned how close the knots are. I just don't want them to be right tight against it because this is a weird material and it's quite a bit different than either Ceylon or even silk thread or anything like that. It's just weird stuff. But I wanted to use it because it's in the kit, and I wanted to use everything that was in the kit. Which, if everything had worked, we would have. But that's the other end. And let's see if I got this reamed enough that it'll go through here. Come on, baby. You feel like you're right there. You are right there. So why aren't you going that last teeny weeny little bit? Okay, let's ream it just a hair's breadth more. Not sure if the holdup is here on this side or on this side. But it was going through, and it was almost all the way through. Oh yeah, you were going through. Now you don't want to go through. There we go. And there she is. Okie dokie, got her. And we're not. Good call, Anita. That was nice. That worked. Oops, nope, it's further out than I expected it to be when it tightened. That's too far out, so we'll loosen it up. Now, let's get her down there. That's better. I like that better. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there'll be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one is over there on the other string. So 2 more of these. Hopefully they won't fight me. This is the one that wants to fight, so I'm going to have to open it up some. Better. Oh, that's the one that's fighting, isn't it? So well, unfortunately, I see that we're over an hour right now, so we obviously are not going to be able to finish this in our hour today. That's our beads right there. I'm going to have to remount some of them. I may even remount a few of these small ones and put them here at the beginning. But what I'm going to want to do is, or even put one here at the very back end. How long is this right now? It's almost 9 inches with those. But the thing is, now would be where I would put the pendant on, and the way these are behaving with the regular beads, I'm not sure this is going to go through here, which is what I wanted it to do, was go through the top one here. With the wire in here. So what I wanted to do, like I said, is to put that through there and then swing it to where the beads end and then come out and just keep going up the other side with it. And then if it was long enough, just to tie a knot so you could swing this over your head. I'm not sure I'm going to have it long enough. If it isn't, then I'll probably use it to get a fold over and use a lobster claw at the end. No, Ellen, we don't have to use anything. We could use just one piece as long as it shows that that some of the pieces are in the piece you're using. You don't have to use more than 1 or 2 pieces, and you can make multiple things. But see how far I got that in, hardly any. And I don't think I can ream it with the wire in there. I'd wreck the wire. So maybe what I'll end up doing is just knotting this onto here with both strands and just knot it onto the wire like so. But since we are not going to have time to finish this by a long shot, I think I am going to remount some of these other beads and see if I can't get them onto the cord. Maybe take and put these two smaller ones here at the end, if I can get them reamed out enough. And then tie this onto the wire on either side and maybe just leave a bit of the velour cording hanging down to make another dangle besides the ones that we have here. And so then we have the cord hanging on either side. And then just do whatever we did over here on this side and end it somehow, however I decide to. So as I say, we definitely don't have enough time to finish this today. Don't lose your piece here. So I will probably finish it off camera. And unless you guys would like me to ream these beads out tonight and come back and do another live tomorrow morning to finish it, which I could do if you would like me to do that. Just let me know what you want me to do in the next few seconds, and we will do that. In the meantime, I'm going to turn us up so that we can talk to each other here. Well, we can talk to each other this way too, but I find it easier if I'm facing the other direction. So anyway, as I say, I'm going to sit and ream out these beads because there's at least the big triangular one, and one of these regular ones didn't want to go on the cord properly. And I will test them all. We will, if we want to do finish with another live tomorrow, which we can do, or I can finish this right now. Maybe I'll just finish it right now. You guys don't need to sit and watch me finish it up. I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side once, and like I said, I think I'm just going to tie it onto our pendant. Here's our pendant. You'd like to see the rest of it, Ellen? I can do another live tomorrow. I don't think we want to keep going today because I think it's going to take us a lot longer than I expected it would, and especially since I need to ream out some of the beads. But I can do another live tomorrow if folks want me to do another live tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'll get these beads reamed out. Any other votes one way or the other? Okay, well, I'm going to leave today, and I will come back and do another live tomorrow to finish this necklace up. In the meantime, I am going to get all the beads reamed out and test to see if the velour will go through them, so that we don't have to play this game of we don't want to have all these beads not where they want to be at tomorrow. And we'll do that. And I'll get, like I say, it's not going to go through the pendant, so we're just going to tie that off once we get the little ones all ready to go. And we'll redo the velour so that we don't have to worry about we'll redo the needles so that they'll be easier to go through. And we'll see folks tomorrow. So I know this was a bit of a pain in the rear. And yes, the same time I come on at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Let's see, East Coast, that's noon. Central, that would be 11. And Pacific, that is 9. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Glad that you learned something. I'm playing with this process myself because I don't do a lot of knotting. I do every once in a while, but just not a lot. So, so I'm teaching myself sort of as we're going along too. So, but the reaming of these beads is, I really should do this with a touch of water so I don't get dust in the air, but anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow then, or any of you who want to come in tomorrow. We'll see you later. Have a nice day, and sorry this is taking such a long time for this one. I didn't expect it to. I mean, simple knots, right? But well, the pendant took us quite a bit of time to make. I think we took about a half hour at least to make the pendant. And then since we're having trouble with our beads going through the velour, that doesn't help. So anyway, we'll get those all ready to go for tomorrow, and I will test them and make sure they go through this time. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.